Right on.
What's going on?
Very not much. That was a great interview yesterday with Laura. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, me too. Me too. She was great. Honestly, we'll have her on again, I'm sure. And,
Yeah.
I, and I'm sure she's telling all her fans out there about us.
Yeah. Funny thing is I enjoyed, like, I was chuckling. I watched the interview again this morning, and I was chuckling to myself over the community gloves comment you guys were making back and forth. It was really funny. So I sent her a link to our contest because we got all these brand new fancy gloves to give away. So she's
Right.
going to promote it on her Underdogs social media sites. Have a bit of fun
Awesome.
with it. So yeah, so here we are, Knuckle Up. New week, new year. What do you got
Yeah,
for us
man.
today?
Ryan Garcia. Let's talk about him. He's a big talk right now in boxing.
He is.
He's young. He's 22. He just I think he finished signing a deal to Golden Boy, 5-year deal. Um, let's talk about him. He's 21-0, 22 years old. Oscar De La Hoya has just called him probably the next big thing in boxing. He's about to become the most famous guy in boxing. Not only he's a social media star and a good-looking kid, and all the women love him, but he's a very, very talented fighter. He's really fun to watch. He's a heavy hitter. He's lightweight. The guy's just a beast. He solidified himself as one of these top contenders with the win over Campbell on the weekend. It was an amazing fight. I watched it. I hope you go out there and watch it, Graham, and all our viewers out there. You got to watch this fight. Garcia comes back from being knocked down in the second to win with a KO with a body shot, and it was a nasty one. I'll tell you, man. I felt it myself. Made me have to go and take it.
Let me get this straight. He got knocked down in the second round. Like, are you saying standing 8 count?
No, I'm saying flat on his ass count, buddy. Honestly, if there was 4-ounce gloves, he never would have got back up. I'll tell you that much. He hit that mat real fast, and I think it was the first time he's ever been like stunned like that or knocked like that. So it was a first for him. He bounced back brilliantly and ended up coming out with the win, and has solidified himself as one of the greats in the division. And we're going to see tons more with this guy, and he's very exciting to watch. Like I said, Graham, I only like these exciting to this show, and that's what we always talk about, man. You know me, I love the KOs. I believe he's 21 wins now with like 17 KOs or something like that. He's like up there. He's got the power, man, definitely to knock some people out, and he's very exciting to watch. I think we got a lot of years left with this kid if he plays it right and gets the right kind of people in his back, and in behind him in his background there.
Given his age and his size, I'll be willing to wager he's moving up a few divisions in his lifetime too.
Oh, definitely. When you're at that weight, it's easy, man. To fluctuate 5 or 10 pounds here or there. Some people it's a struggle, but then there's people that Garcia, I bet, walks around at his lightweight, competition weight pretty much. He's pretty close to it, I'd say, because he's built like a lightweight guy, right? So.
And most lightweight guys, the knockouts come few and far between, but this guy's knocking people out left, right, and center.
Yeah, man. The guy's. He's also, I believe, he's also fought super featherweight as well, not just lightweight. So he's gone down. He goes up and down. So, but the guy's a beast. He's only 5'11", 5'11", small guy. He's not the biggest dude out there, but he packs a punch, man. Like knockout power this kid's got, and he can only really just improve, and he's already so good now. He was trained, I believe, by his dad in the beginning, and then he switched up his coaching about 2 years ago, and ever since then he's really come miles in a short little while.
He's managed by Oscar De La Hoya, right?
I believe he is. That's probably why Oscar was pushing him so hard. I couldn't find any definite information on who manages him, but I know he's signed to Golden Boy. So, and I believe Golden Boy is Oscar De La Hoya, is he not?
I think so. It makes sense.
Yeah.
When they say signed to, I think that's kind of what they mean. But I'm kind of curious if in this day and age, whether that also means is you get bumped up in terms of who is actually coaching you, who is actually training you, and who is actually preparing and setting up your schedule, so to speak. You know, like if you're assigned to say any professional organization, whether it be in baseball, basketball, hockey, soccer, football, at the end of the day, if you're fighting at a top tier level, you're expected to win. And so I'd have to imagine that he's got the best of the best when it comes to both day-to-day managers and his scheduling management team.
Oh, wow.
I would imagine.
Yeah. That's how I believe it goes down. This kid Garcia, though, man, like he started boxing at the age of 7. He became a 15-time national amateur champion and assumed an amateur record of, I believe it's 215 and 15 was his amateur record. And let me correct myself. He's 20 wins with 17 knockouts right now as of the Campbell fight.
I'm thinking if he's only 21 years old now and he's had all that amateur experience, that guy must have been fighting every week.
That's what I'm saying, man. A lot of these guys, like, you know, there's guys that can handle that kind of stuff. Like the guy was talking about the Beast a couple of weeks ago there, or last week we were talking about him. You know, this guy entered the pro ring, and from the minute he turned pro, he was fighting every week for the first 4 fights. You know, there's people that can do it and there's people that can't. And, you know, to put up a massive record of, you know, 215 wins and 15 in your amateur bouts, that's got to be like almost every weekend, man. You know, the guy probably started his amateur career, I believe, you know, at probably 15 years old.
And I'm thinking it makes it a lot easier to fight every week if you're winning every week. So
yeah, exactly. If you're not getting touched, right? This guy's knocking people out. His knockout percentage is amazing, man. Like, you know, out of 20 bouts, he's knocked 17 guys out.
So after knocking out Campbell, who's next on his list? Do you know?
There's a lot of talks. There's a lot of talks which way it can go. And this is what I mean when you're talking about boxing, a lot of this has to do with who your next fight's going to be, and it's your management team behind you to keep you in that upward climb, right?
Yep.
So they just got to make smart moves and pick the right fights. You know, as long as they can do that, this kid's going to be you know, unstoppable. It's unreal. The kids great, man. Graham, you're gonna love it. Watch that fight. Watch that knockout, man. Watch that body shot.
When you say the synonym for unstoppable would be rich, this kid's gonna be rich.
Exactly. Oh man, this kid's about to make a boatload of money, man. Trust me. And he's only 22, and the kid's got, you know, a minimum of 10 years left in the game, easy.
Right.
Easy. And who knows, right? Like maybe he, you know, does everything that he can do in boxing and decides to go MMA or, you know, maybe play football. Who knows? The sky's the limit for this guy, man. He's still really, really young. He's got a great social media following. I have no idea what for. Maybe it's because he's a selfie whore or something like that. I don't know what he's famous for social media, but it's certainly got everybody talking about him in the boxing world because of it. So I'll tell you though, who gives a shit about his social media? Really, his skill. It's all about his skill. His skill is up there, man. He's on par with the greats in the division, and he's on par to becoming listed as one of the greats in that division if he keeps on the same path that he's on right now.
Très bien.
Yeah, so there's a guy I thought that you might like watching, and all our fight fans out there. If you don't know about this guy, start watching his highlights, start watching his full fights. They're all available on YouTube. Trust me, he's exciting. He's fun to watch, you know, and you won't be disappointed, believe me.
Yet another conversation ending with, I'll Google him, and the good ones that I do Google I do find like good fights or good highlights of good fights. I'll put them onto our YouTube channel. For all you guys watching, listening out there, you can always go back to our YouTube channel, go into the playlist and look for what we like. This, I think there's several hundred that I've put on there by now.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, quite a few.
Definitely. Go back, archive it, go back, start listening to all the stuff we were talking about, and you'll find some great fights to watch for sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's it. So that's what I was talking about today. That's who I wanted to bring to your attention. This kid is, you know, he's starting to become the most talked about thing, even with all the big things going on in the boxing community today.
Before you leave, quick question: the guy who lost, Campbell, just because he lost? Does that end his career, or is he?
No, he's got to make the right. He's going to have to make the right kind of moves. And honestly and truthfully, I believe you'll see another. I think you'll see another Campbell Garcia fight maybe in the future. You know, Campbell did bring it to him. He did hold his own, man, and it's not like Garcia went out there and just dominated the entire fight. Like I said, you know, he was put down on his ass in the second, and you know, I was kind of impressed the way he came back and you know, brought it right back to him. It wasn't like he was scared and you know hurt and backed off. He you know, he fell off the bike and got right back on it, man. It's, you know, he's an exciting fighter to watch, definitely.
Yeah. And that's what makes a good fighter, to be able to get back up on your feet and
man. It's also being able to take the punches, not just throw them.
Yep.
And this guy definitely proved it on the weekend. That's for sure.
Yep. And I guess the advice that we'll have for Mr. Campbell going forward is be better, not bitter.
Definitely. Hey, maybe use the hook a little more next time, Campbell. It seemed to work in the second round. I don't know what happened after that, though.
Well, either that or he retires and becomes a handball player. Move to Europe, kid.
Yeah, he might be a good handball player. We don't know.
Well, yeah, think of the hand-eye coordination involved.
Oh, definitely.
You know, what can I do after boxing? Let me think. Handball. All right, Mike. Thanks very much.
Yes. All right, viewers. Again, remember, jab the like, click subscribe, knock out some comments. You're on Knuckle Up. I'll see you tomorrow, 4 p.m. Don't forget.
Right on.
All right, guys.
Thanks very much. See you tomorrow.
Later.